Hey trail travelers, it's Kerry, and today we're going to check out the Mishimoto oil catch can. Stay right there. We'll be right back. All right, so I've had the Mishimoto oil catch can on here for some time now, approximately 10,000 miles. So that's 2 oil changes. And I wanted to see just exactly what it would do. Would it actually catch a lot of oil? Would it be catching sediments and all kinds of things? So today we're going to empty it and see how it's done. Now, I didn't go through the install because I did it a while ago, and it's actually extremely easy. The instructions are good. It's this hose here goes up to the intake. This hose here snakes around to the other side. You just pull off the original hoses, pop this on here, bolt it up in place, and that's it. And well, there is a hose that we run all the way down, and you'll see that in a moment as I go to empty it. So to drain it, there's a drain in the front fender well to make it easy to do. There's a lot of debate on whether you should use an oil catch can. And is it direct injection? Is it indirect injection? There's all kinds of different theories and things out there on the web about whether or not you should use an oil catch can. Some people swear by them. Some people say they should be standard from the factory. Some people say they're a complete waste. Some people say they'll do more harm than good because it's not keeping the engine oiled as it was designed. I'm not going to give you my opinion on it other than I put one on here because a few other friends did and they were happy with it, so why not? And I really wanted to see it for myself in how it would work and what it would do. Now, the theory is on an engine like this, the oil that's coming back through the system is, instead of an older vehicle would just have a drain and it would just drip out onto the ground, they started recirculating it for, well, pollution and for not economy for sure, but for pollution control and keeping the oil within the system. So the oil fumes anyway, would come back in and go into the intake manifold, and they'd be kind of brought back in through the valves. And okay, in some cases that's great, where that oil is coming in with the gas over the valves and can keep them cleaner, I guess. And in other systems where the oil fumes are coming in without going over the valves, there's little to no benefit in theory because it's not going anywhere. It's simply burning it off. And as the fumes are coming back in, they could be carrying who knows what kind of residue, and that in theory should be caught in the catch can instead of being blown back into the engine. So again, I'm not going to debate whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just going to show you the end result. And I don't know what that is yet. So once we get underneath and drain it, we'll see exactly what came out of it. And if it's really sludgy, if it's got sediment in it, well then that's probably a pretty darn good thing. If it's simply collected oil from oil fumes, I guess it depends on how much is there as to whether there's much of a benefit to it or not. So since it's oil change day, figure, let's drain the oil catch can. All right, so now it's been 2 oil changes, so about 10,000 miles, and we're gonna see what this Mishimoto oil catch can has actually done. Now, I've got it tucked up in here in the fender well, so right here. So I need to pull this cap off, and then I'm just gonna open it up and we'll drain it into this clear water bottle so we can see what it's done. Ew. Well, it's not a lot, as you'll see in a moment, but it's done something, that's for sure. Okay. Close it back up, and there's what we've got out of it. And it's a decent amount of oil. I mean, it's not a lot by any stretch. Over 10,000 miles, this is what would have burnt up in your engine. It would have gone through the intake and then into the cylinders. So 6 cylinders, divide that by 6, you know, that's really not a lot of oil that would have gone into each cylinder. And if we put the lid on here, and I don't really see any sediment in there, anything of any concern. It's just some dirty oil. Doesn't look any different than what would come out of the oil pan. So is it worth it to put in an oil catch can? Well, that's a darn good question. And the answers are going to range all over the place. But for me, I wanted to see kind of really what it was about. And if we divide this in half, so that would have been each oil change. And then, like I said, divide that by 6 for each cylinder. That's not really a lot of oil that it's catching. Now, maybe this will change over time as the engine wears. Maybe we'll get more oil, maybe we'll get dirtier oil, I don't know. But I change my oil on a very regular basis every time it says to. So, I don't know, you be the judge. Was that worth it for the money and the time to put it in, for what little amount of oil is actually going to go through the engine? I don't know. It's up to you. You make the call. So thanks for watching. This has been Kerry with Trail Traveler. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. If you want to know how to edit videos, be sure and check out my other YouTube channel at Filmmaker Central, and I'll have a link in the description below. I do all kinds of tutorials on video editing, mostly with DaVinci Resolve. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you on the trail. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.